Good morning, everyone. It is a wonderful, rainy Friday morning here in Southern California. Hope you're all doing well. We are going to start in a couple moments, couple minutes. Give yourself time, get strapped in, get a drink, maybe a snack. It's that nice, slow rain outside. It's a little windy. My cat's asleep. It's a cold and wet 10 p.m. in southern Ontario. Hey, thank you for the subscription. As we filter in, I'd like to remind you, hey, if you want to support the stream, I highly appreciate it. I know money's tight for a lot of people right now. This is my main source of income. If you want to hit me up on Patreon or throw me a subscription here, deeply, deeply appreciated. Always enjoy seeing you all. The more I do this, the more I value our time together, even though you're strangers, and I've never met most of you, and probably never will. I have met Dot, that's true. I've met Dot. I've met very, very few of you. There's maybe 10 people on the entire Tumblr sphere that know what my face looks like. For the moment, I will remain sound in your ears. I am a skeleton wizard. That's true. More and more I've been thinking about bringing back wizardry. It's getting to that point in my career. I'm in an interesting place right now. There's a good chance that I'm going to be moving in the next 6-ish months. I'm in an interesting place with my my career where I got a couple directions I can go. Got to figure out which one is going to be the most interesting and profitable for me. Local or regional move? Well, local move, but in the sense of like moving from one part of LA to a different part of LA. Which can be quite intense. But I have I've got a lot of options on my independent internet creator playlist. Buddy of mine is getting some opportunities in in the literary editing world. Got a lot of good connections there, but nothing truly like guaranteed, you know. In the spring, a young wizard's fancy turns to a game show. True. Very true. But it's interesting. It's people people really seemed to like Quizardry, and I really enjoyed making it. It was a very rewarding thing personally to make. And if you go look at my YouTube channel, it has like the first episode of Quizardry is like terrible. Like, it's not well made, and it has like 5,000 views or something. But I'm getting to a point with the book editing where I'm getting to the point where I might be able to spare 1 or 2 days in my writing schedule a week to work on a Quizardry episode. What exactly is Quizardry? It's a game show that I made like 4 to 5 episodes of. It was a bit of an experiment on my my early stream career. The people yearn for funny quizzes, and beyond that, they yearn for English panel show NPR type content. It's a wonderfully relaxing vibe. Gonna be making pickled red cabbages soon? Excellent. Some people might call it selling out, but I've always enjoyed the aspect of being an internet person that involves, like, aiming for a large audience, if that makes sense. Like, I've always enjoyed this sort of intellectual exercise of making something that I find personally fun and enjoyable and informative and a good use of my time, but is also something you could show to your parents. I like doing that. I find that a fun artistic challenge. Yeah, I loved game shows growing up. There was a YouTube channel that I watched when I was like 12. It was called Stupid Game Show Answers, where it was just people making a fool of themselves on game shows and whatnot. And I loved that shit. And there was, my grandparents when they would watch me, we would always watch, like, Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy and stuff. And I never knew anything about that. Everything to me on Jeopardy sounded like that one clip of, like, who are the penis gnomes of false Berlin? Terrible little men. You are in control of the board. Wait, don't tell me... Wait, don't tell me it was a foundational part of my childhood, and Quizardry definitely hits that spot. Yes! That's good! That's exactly the experience I want to bring to another generation of people. Like, it's so inspiring. It has such a delightful vibe, but not in... It has a delightful vibe, but not in like a hashtag cozy game kind of saccharine, cloying way. Like, it's just a little bit... There's an aspect of it that does kind of sound like you're sitting around the table listening to some uncles play cards. I greatly enjoy that feeling. It's something that I really enjoy bringing to people. I never got the question format of Jeopardy. Was it just a way to make people think about the answers before giving them? Yes, I think so. Hope stream goes well, Wizard. I'm off to the comic shop to celebrate my first ever month of profit on Twitch. Hey! Congratulations, Dot. Good for you. Running away with a whole $20, huh? Go buy yourself some Supermans or whatnot. I also miss panel shows. I know they're still going on, but there is a degree of... There was a golden age in the, like, 2014 to 2016 era of... Especially the BBC. Something about the BBC when I was in, like, freshman, sophomore year of high school, that was just cooking. Like, that was when Charlie Brooker hadn't gotten famous for Black Mirror yet, and he was still making Weekly Wipe, you know? Like, back in, like, 2009, 2010, he was still making Weekly Wipe and uploading all that shit onto YouTube. And he was hosting English panel shows with David Mitchell. That was such a formative period of my humor. Social media was just inherently better when I was a teenager. I don't know what it was, but the best Pokemon games just happened to be the ones that I was playing when I was a teenager. And that's an objective fact. Taskmaster is like a weirdly hardy hybrid of panel shows and Japanese comedy game shows. I have seen that. It's interesting. It's a little frenetic for me. It's like there's some shit I gotta get fixed up if I want to bring back Wizardry, because I wanna make it a real production, you know, something a little more high effort, but something I can do consistently. Or I have figured out a way to set everything up in like Google Slides so that I can have the questions show up on the stream. And frankly, part of why I'm doing streams like this is to improve my skill at reading copy. Because, oh my god, the other fucking week when I was streaming with Sanity, and I had this amazing joke about listening to the audiobook of Lolita at the gym. You know, working out at the gym, listening to Lolita like, "This is what I'm gonna do to you when I find you, Humbert Humbert. You leave Dolores alone!" But if you actually go listen to that clip, there's a solid, like, 90 fucking seconds of my stuttering because I'm so excited to tell this fucking joke. It's embarrassing. It's terrible. Part of why I do streams like this is to make it so that I can actually read fucking copy without going... It's embarrassing. I'm a professional. I have a good voice for radio. I need to hold myself to a higher fucking standard. Which is why today, we're reading Wikipedia's list of pickled foods, people. This is Comedy Jim. Yeah, you're all my comedy fucking coaches. Hey, welcome to chat, Void Wordlock. Without further ado... Avakaya. Variety of pickles prepared using mango. Why don't we explore a little bit? Mango pickle is a variety of pickle prepared using mango. That makes sense. It is very popular in South and Southeast Asia. These sour/spicy pickles are also available commercially. Many varieties of vegetables are used in the making of pickles. However, raw mango or tender mango is the most popular variety of fruit used for pickling in South Asia. You've never seen the N64 skeleton? They've been here for quite some time now. My good friend James17 made that for me. Where was I? The pickling process in India differs from other regions mainly due to an additional spice mixture added to them after the anaerobic fermentation. Although we don't know that for sure. Citation needed. There are multiple varieties of mango pickles prepared depending on the region and spices, used broadly, but there are two types: whole baby mango pickles and cut mango pickle. There are many whole baby mango pickles, but only a singular type of cut mango pickle. Whole baby mango pickle is a traditional variety and very popular in South India, and uses baby mangoes that are few weeks old. Citation needed. We don't know this for sure. There are special varieties of mangoes specially used just for pickling, and they are never consumed as ripe fruit. They are never consumed as ripe fruit. Don't even fucking think about it. Baby mangoes are pickled using salt, vegetable oil, and a blend of hot spices, in a very careful process which ensures pickles are preserved for years. You can tell that this article was not edited recently. Cut mango pickle. This is ideally prepared using a special variety of mango that can stay crisp for longer periods when pickled. This variety of mango is specially bred and grafted for use. However, most raw mango varieties can be pickled if quality is not a concern. Hang on, I just heard my garage door open. I gotta make sure my cat isn't sneaking out. I return. Everything is fine. She's stealing my damn car. My little sweet kitty is stealing my freaking car. This is ideally cut mango pickle. This is ideally prepared using a special variety of mango that can stay crisp for longer periods when pickled. This variety of mango is specially bred and grafted for use. However, most raw mango varieties can be pickled if quality is not a concern. If quality is not a concern, who pickles a mango with no quality? Amba, a tangy condiment made with mango pickle. Amba or anba, Arabic, Hebrew, was popularized by Iraqi Jewish merchants in Bombay who bought it. Popularized by Iraqi Jewish merchants in Bombay who brought it back to Baghdad upon their return. Amba bears a resemblance to chutneys from South Asia. The sweet, spicy, and sour sauce is typically made of pickled green mangoes, vinegar, salt, turmeric, chilies, and fenugreek. It is enjoyed in various Middle Eastern countries as well as in Europe and the United States. That sounds really good. Avakaya. One of the most popular kinds of mango pickles is called the avakaya. A variety of Indian pickle, popular in South India, is also known as the uragaya and mango pickle. Its origins can be traced to the Delta districts of Andhra Pradesh, known for its spice and flavor. It is usually eaten with plain white rice or on the side with other flavored rice items like a hot sauce, and is a staple of meals in southern India, especially in the state of Andhra Pradesh. The main ingredients are mangoes, avapindi, powdered mustard seeds, and a combination of other spices used for pickling. Southern Indians are known to have a deep attachment to these spicy pickles. I know that's right, brother. A wide variety of pickles are available in these regions, using mango as their prime ingredient. Besides being made at home, the pickles are available commercially and are exported to the United States, Europe, Japan, and many other countries. Avakaya pickles are usually made in the summer, this being the time for peak availability of green mangoes. Green mangoes, hot oil, chilies, and a variety of spices are the key ingredients. The process of preparation, storage, and preserving, and serving is considered almost a ritual. Almost a ritual. But we don't know that for sure. The mangoes are cut into medium-sized pieces, approximately 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters, using strong and especially sharp cutters/knives in swift strokes, so as to not structurally damage the pieces. These pieces are wiped clean and dry with a highly absorbent soft cloth, usually an old sterilized cotton sari with no embroidery, stowed away for this purpose. They are then pickled with powdered mustard, red chili powder, dried and powdered, sometimes dried, roasted, and powdered, salt, gingelly oil. The mixture matures for 4 to 8 weeks, care being taken to mix the contents periodically to ensure a uniform marinade. Curious about... Oh, it's sesame! Hot rice is mixed with 1 or 2 pieces of avakaya and ghee, or groundnut oil, and then made into bite-sized balls. Avakaya is often eaten with rice and dahi. Raw onion can be added, which enhances the taste. Most people prefer to eat it along with mudapapu, pigeon pea dal, and neyi. Most people prefer to eat it within 1 to 2 months of preparation, when it is called kotavakaya. Kadumanga. This is a variation of mango pickle. This kind of pickle is made from tender mango. The small mangoes are collected when the mangoes start to grow. In this pickle, the mango is not cut into pieces. The whole mango is prepared as a form of pickle. Pickled mango chutney. See also green mango chutney. This is a variation where mangoes are grated to produce a chutney like pickle. That makes a lot of sense. Let's go to akar. Southeast Asian pickled vegetables. Akar is a type of vegetable pickle of maritime Southeast Asia. the most prevalent in Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Brunei. It is a localized variation of the Indian akar. It is also known as acar in Dutch cuisine, derived from the Indonesian akar. Akar is usually prepared in bulk, as it may easily be stored in well-sealed glass jars in the refrigerator for a week and served as a condiment for many meals. Pickling originated in India around 24,000 BCE with the expansion of Indian cultural influence on Greater India. I think people were probably pickling stuff for significantly longer than that, no? Huh. Shows what I know. In Indonesian, the C is also read like acar. It's a ch, I believe. Interesting. Hello, ma'am. Miss Meckfield is now on my desk. Ma'am, do not stand on that. You are going to fall. Becky. Hello, ma'am. Through examining etymology, the similar-sounding name strongly suggests that indeed achar was derived from the Indian achar pickle. Indian achar was transmitted in antiquity to the maritime realm of Southeast Asia, which today is recognized as achar in Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Brunei, and then on to the Philippines and achara. The adoption of this vegetable pickling technique possibly took place during the Sri Vijaya period between 7th to the 13th century. Oh, interesting. So the achara method was developed alongside the creation of Islam. Oh, I need to take this fucking sweater off. They must be connected. Wait, how is this philosophy? There is no philosophy. We are talking about pickles. Is maritime realm of Southeast Asia a common turn of phrase? I've never heard that before, but it sounds like it makes sense, and it's an interesting way to refer to, like, specifically the sort of Oceania adjacent realm, because there's a lot of, like, coastal areas that engage heavily in maritime culture, like Hong Kong and whatnot. Yeah, it feels correct. All right, well, now I know that achara was adopted in Southeast Asia around the same time that the great prophet Muhammad was born. That's neat. They must be connected in some way. British navigator Thomas Forrest wrote that achar is made of salted limes and palm vinegar. Wrote that achar made of salted limes and palm vinegar were often of use to Coromandel Muslim sailors to prevent scurvy and were sold as far as Aceh. Interesting. Where is Aceh? Oh, westernmost province of Indonesia. Well, now I know that. Does the Quran say anything about pickles? Probably. Does anyone have a Quran on hand? Yeah, the Indian Ocean trade was a massive economic force in history. It has been that way for... The Empire of Majapahit has been an economic powerhouse for some time now. The Southeast Asian variations are usually made from different vegetables such as cucumber, carrots, cabbage, shallot, bird's eye chili, and yard-long beans. What is a yard-long bean? I'm gonna guess it's a long-ass bean. Asparagus! Hey! That's a wonderful name for, for asparagus. Yard-long beans. Which are pickled in vinegar, sometimes with kaffir lime to add citrus aroma, and also dried chilies. Some recipes might have the vegetables tossed in ground peanuts. That sounds yummy. I've never tried that. Achar is commonly served as a condiment to be eaten with a main course, such as martabak, nasi goreng, love nasi goreng, satay, and almost all varieties of soto. Just like common pickles, the sour taste of achar is meant to freshen up a meal, especially fishy dishes, such as ikan bakar, or a rich, oily dishes such as mutton satay to neutralize the fat. I think I posted this in the Discord recently, but the big flavor cube, I've been trying to memorize that. Acid is an underrated part of cooking. You gotta learn how to manage acid. You know this goes crazy with whitefish. I mean, like, pickled flavors in whitefish is a classic combination. In Indonesia, acar is commonly made from small chunks of cucumber, carrot, and occasionally pineapple, and marinated in a sweet and sour solution of sugar and vinegar. The pickled pineapple thing, further evidence of the global Latino belt. Like, there is so much amazing, like, Central American pickled pineapple dishes. Like, pineapple shows up in Mexican seafood a lot, especially in, like, vinegar-based sauces. No pickle found in the Quran. Oh. That's a shame. Some households add lemongrass or ginger to spice it up. It is usually used as a condiment to accompany grilled food such as satay. Nevertheless, acar can also be consumed as a whole, complete dish. For example, ikan acar kuning is a fish dish, gourami, mackerel, or tilapia, served in acar pickles of cucumber, carrot, shallot, and red chili, mixed with yellow spice paste made from ground turmeric, candlenut, ginger, garlic, and shallot. That sounds good as fuck. It is known as atjar in Dutch cuisine, derived from Indonesian atkar, since the Netherlands and Indonesia share colonial ties. I mean, the Netherlands colonized Indonesia. 4N91, are you researching for something? No, we are simply reading the entire Wikipedia list of pickled foods. There is no direct research here. We are simply playing knowledge. We're playing ideas. Come, join us on our pickle adventure. The salad has also... Wait, have I read that? No. Variations of Malaysian and Singaporean acar include acar awak, or a Niona acar, and Malay acar. Acar awak is more elaborate, containing additional vegetables such as eggplants as well as aromatic spices in the pickling mix. Interesting. Eggplants makes me feel that there's influence from Middle Eastern cuisine. The Prophet Muhammad apparently praises vinegar, but that seems to be it. Well, that makes sense. Vinegar is it's an antibiotic. It's good for cleaning wounds, preserving life. Do you think anyone has pickled cucumbers before? No. Ban that guy. The salad has also been adopted into Thai cuisine, where it is called achat. It is made with cucumber, red chilies, red onions, or shallots, vinegar, sugar, and salt. It is served as a side dish, with the Thai version of satay. With Indian and Malay slaves initially brought to the British Empire, achar became a favorite condiment in South Africa. The local variation is usually made with green mangoes. More Southeast Asian pickles. South Asian pickles, known as achar, among other names, are pickled and often highly spiced condiments made from a variety of vegetables and fruits preserved in brine, vinegar, edible oils, and South Asian spices. The pickles are popular across South Asia, with many regional variants. They accompany many main dishes. Since the Columbian Exchange, which brought chili peppers to India, pickles have often been hotly spiced. In Hindi and several other South Asian languages, pickles are known as achar, and Tamil literature uses the term avalekya, uparamsam, sandita, and avaleha. Think I'm handling that? Achar is a Persian loanword. Oh, interesting. From the time of the Mughal Empire. However, pickles in India are quite unlike the vinegar-based pickles of the Middle East. In Persian, the word achar is defined as powdered or salted meats, pickles, or fruits preserved in salt, vinegar, honey, or syrup. That's quite a broad spectrum. In the 18th century, George Eberhard Rumpius Okay, chat, taking bets. Do you think this guy has a big-ass English mustache? Do you think they have a picture of him on Wikipedia where he's got a big-ass mustache? Your money's on sideburns? Mutton chops? Mutton chop guy? Oh, okay, you're saying mutton chops, no mustache. Either that or mutton chops. I'm still aiming for mustache. Bald? Money on bald? All right, let's check him out. What? Oh, he looks busted. Wow. German-born botanist working for the Dutch East India Company. He is best known for his work Herbarium Amboinese, produced in the face of severe personal tragedies, including the death of his wife and a daughter in an earthquake, going blind from glaucoma, loss of his library and manuscripts in a major fire, and losing early copies of his book when the ship carrying it was sunk? God hated this motherfucker, goddamn. Fuck you and your herbarium, bitch. And his name was Rumpius. Literally God's least favorite German. He grew up in Wolfersheim and attended gymnasium in Hanau. This is why you go on Wikipedia dives, people. This is why you do it. The coconut crab. Interesting. In the 18th century, George Eberhard Rumpius suggested that the Indian word achar came from America. Of course he did. Specifically, Arawakan? No! Oxyachi, chili pepper, widely used in pickles, the 1886 Anglo-Indian dictionary Hobson-Jobson, come on, suggests a derivation from the Latin acetaria. Shut up, you bitch. It is not from Arawakan. Hobson-Jobson. Hang on. Hobson-Jobson, a glossary of colloquial Anglo-Indian words, phrases, and kindred terms, etymological, historical, geographical, and discursive. That's a fucking 1886 title if I've ever seen one. Is a historical dictionary of Anglo-Indian words and terms used from Indian languages, which came into use during British rule in India. Swag Dinner. That's a great screen name. Welcome to chat. The Hobjob indeed. Interesting. It's from Arawak. Shut up. Early pickle recipes in Ayurvedic and Sangam period texts mention several varieties of pickles, including the earliest known mention of mango pickles. Nalam Nata... Wait, no, that is an L. Nala Champu, a Sanskrit epic written by Trivikrama Bhatta in 915 CE, describes pickles made from green mango, green peppercorns, long pepper, raw cardamom, lime, myrobalan, hog... What is a hog plum? The spondius hog plum? Flowering plants in the cashew family. Neotropics. Has anyone had a hog plum before? Hogpla? You know that's right. I need to try a hog plum. As food, domestic herbivorous animals such as deer. In the western Ghats of Karnataka, flower buds and tender fruits used in pickle preparation. A souring agent in curries. Preserved macaque. Sweet and sour with chili. The ad tricked me into expecting Warframe, and instead I got bricked in the face by Hobson Jobson. Literally the pure sweet plum of the hog. Additional research must be conducted into the hog plum. Stone apple. That's interesting. Is that a stone fruit? The Bengal quince, or Japanese bitter orange. I thought these were pennies. Interesting. The fragrant manjack. Early medieval cookbooks, such as Lokoparaka and Manasolasa, Pakadarpana in 1200 CE, and Supashastra in 1508 CE. Oh my god, there's so many medieval cookbooks! And Kshema Kutuhala in 1549 CE mention pickle recipes that use green mango, green peppercorns, long pepper, lemons, limes, turmeric root, mango ginger root, ginger, radish, bitter gourd, cucumber, lotus root, and bamboo shoots. The religious text, Linga Purana by Gurulinga Desika, mentions more than 50 kinds of pickles! My boy loved pickles! Unique pickles made from edible flowers are also mentioned in Nimatanama in the 1500 CE cookbook. Wow. There's a fact relevant to our interests here. Chili peppers were introduced to South Asia by Portuguese traders after the Columbian Exchange, sometime after 1492, in ports controlled by the Mughal Empire on the western coast of Gujarat. Before that, milder spices, black pepper, long pepper, piperchaba, in both fresh and dried forms, were the main source of heat in ancient and medieval Indian cooking. Oh man, can you imagine being like the palace chef in the Mughal Empire, and then like you finally discover the combination of tomatoes and onions? Like that had to be a true come to Jesus moment. It's like the Italian people discovering the tomato, like receiving the tomato. Probably not to Jesus, that's true, but metaphorically speaking. Anglo-Indians during the British Raj greatly liked chutney and pickles, and prepared many kinds. For the pickled varieties, vegetables such as aubergines and bell peppers may be packed with chilies, mustard seeds, and turmeric to give them a strong flavor. The Raj had fucking jalapeno poppers. Awesome. These may be cooked in mustard oil or sesame oil. Some fruits are prepared by pickling, soaking mangoes and limes in salty water in a pot which is left in the sun. For sweet chutneys, fruits such as mango are cooked in sugar, vinegar, and spices. Uncooked chutneys use ingredients such as green coriander leaves and coconut, flavored with chili, tamarind, and sugar. These are prepared afresh each day. How delightful. What makes Anglos say aubergine as opposed to eggplant? Loki, I kind of prefer aubergine. It's there's a little more swag on the word, you know? And when they're purple, they don't look like eggs. You know? Like, they look like eggs when they're babies. When they're purple, that's an aubergine right there. Isn't aubergine French? Yeah. You'd think they wouldn't say it like that despite the French. Right, yeah, that's true. Lamflop, welcome to chat, by the way. It's like the English are always trying to not be French. They're like, they're actually lieutenants, but no, they're fucking aubergines, I guess. There is no spicy pickle in this gas station. Hellworld. In the 17th century, in the time of the East India Company, British travelers to India noticed the many chutneys and pickles. That's a great sentence. Let me roll that one back. In the 17th century, in the time of the East India Company, British travelers to India noticed the many chutneys and pickles. Sailors found that the preserve-like varieties were quite useful accompaniments to their maritime diet of salt meat and dry ship's biscuits. Quantities were brought home to Britain, whether by individual travelers or by merchants, soon to be copied by the cooks and further modified from their Indian originals. As if India in the 17th century didn't have Indians. One of these cooks, Hannah Glass, describes how, quote, to make pakolila, or Indian pickle. Pikalili? In the 1758 edition of her book, The Art of Cookery Made Plain and Easy, her recipe asks the cook to salt some ginger, long pepper, and garlic, and to spice vinegar with mustard seed and turmeric. Alright, Hannah Glass. Y'all mind if a white girl speaks a little bit of Sanskrit? Damn, going with the mustard seed and the turmeric. She suggested that vegetables with fruits such as cabbage, cauliflower, cucumber, melon, apple, French beans, and plums could be pickled in this way, and she was freaking right. I know watermelon rinds can be pickled in interesting ways. Is that whence the Piccadilly pickle comes? I don't know. That's a fantastic thing to say. I must take it. Alas, I'm not white. No, Charmius, you use that when one of your white friends is like engaging in something a little bit ethnic for that evening. That's something you want to break out with your friends. In India, there are two main types of pickles. Pickles made with sesame or mustard oil, pickles made without oil, and pickles made without oil. That's interesting. How do you make a pickle without... Is it just like pure vinegar? Pickles without oil use salt to draw out the moisture from green mangoes or lemons to create a brine. A mixture of lemon or lime juice with salt. Oh, I've seen this. One of my friends was making this. Make it with spit? Ew. Yucky. That's gross. One of my friends was getting into that. She was making fucking like lemon preserves by just packing them in salt. And I tried one, and it was really good, but she didn't wipe the salt off, so it was just raw salt. I was like, "This is really good, man. Thank you." And then I tried another one, and it was quite tasty. In India, there are two main types of pickles. I have read this before. A mixture of lemon or lime juice with salt or traditional Gane ka sirka? Sugarcane vinegar. Interesting. Oh yeah, I never thought that you could make vinegar out of sugarcane. I might be a bad person. May also be used as brine. Some pickles, such as those from Gujarat, use jaggery sugar as their main preserve. Do you guys know that the main way that we get sugar here in the West is from beets? Like most like sugar syrup comes from beets that are specially bred to produce plant sugars. I thought that was pretty cool. Love a good sugar beet. Although cane sugar's really yummy, though. Like, it just caramelizes well. Homemade pickles are prepared in the summer. They are matured through exposure to sunlight for up to 2 weeks. Is the sunlight important? Hey, Peach Gummy. Welcome to chat. I fucking love peach gummies. That's one of my favorite candies. The pickle is traditionally covered with mucilin while it is maturing. Chili peppers are a distinguishing ingredient in South Asian pickles. Interesting. And these look yummy. That, like, I would go fucking crazy on that. I would go crazy on that. I don't even know what that is. That looks yummy as fuck. Is this achar gosht? I mean, you know him, Armand. He was on stream a couple days ago. talks about like he's Trinidadian, and he talks about like going to Trinidad with his family, and there will be guys that just like carry a cane knife with them, and they'll just walk up to some sugarcane growing on the side of the road, and then just like chop a bit off and just like use that as a snack. I was like, I mean, that might be one of the smartest things anyone ever came up with. Like that's really smart. Sunlight helps kill bad bacteria and stuff. IARC. Doesn't it also give you, like, if you make sun tea, it can, like... If you make sun tea, it can, like, give you diseases and shit. In Bengali culture, pickles are known as achar. They are an integral part of Bengali cuisine, adding flavors to meals. They are made by preserving various fruits, vegetables, and even fish or meat in a mixture of spices, oil, vinegar, and lemon juice. The process involves marinating the chosen ingredient with a blend of spices such as mustard seeds, fenugreek, nigella seeds, and chili powder. Pickles are then left to mature in airtight jars, allowing flavors to develop over time, a classic pickle technique. Bengali pickles have tangy, spicy, and sometimes sweet taste profiles. They are often served as accompaniments to rice, bread, or a curry. I know that's true. Popular varieties include mango, lime, mixed vegetables, and fish pickles. The Shatkora achar of Sylhet and Chuijal achar of Khulna are known even outside of India and Bangladesh. Well, not by me. Let's learn a little more. Sylhet is a metropolitan city in the northeastern region of Bangladesh. Okay. I gathered it was a region. It's the third largest city in Bangladesh after Dhaka and Chittagong. Okay, cool. For further information, we have a list of Indian pickles here. Among the many regional variations in India, a lotus stem pickle is made in Kashmir. Gongura leaves are used in Andhra. Okay, yeah, nailed that one on the site read. Are used in Andhra Pradesh. Prawns with curry and garlic leaves, or garlic and curry leaves, are pickled in the southern coastal state of Kerala. Bamboo shoots are fermented with mustard seeds and oil in Assam. Whole lemons are pickled with asafoetida, mustard seeds, turmeric in Maharashtra, and turmeric in Maharashtra. There we go. Whole garlic cloves form the base of a pickle in Karnataka, and tomatoes are pickled with mustard seed, red chili, and curry leaves in Tamil Nadu. All of that shit sounds really good. The city of Panipat in Haryana prepares achar commercially, especially pachranga and satranga, literally 5 or 7 colors prepared with that many vegetables. Every time you have a cuisine that's called like 10-color soup or something, that shit's about to be great. The vegetables are matured in mustard oil and whole spices with ingredients like raw mangoes, chickpeas, lotus stem, karonda, mirobalan, and limes. What is mirobalan? The common name myrobalan can refer to several unrelated fruit-bearing plant species. The myrobalan plum, the emblic myrobalan in the genus Terminalia, the Balearic myrobalan, and the black myrobalan. Is this like in the Mediterranean? Like if you go to the Balkans, fucking the generic term for fruit was apple. So it's like everything is an apple. The Burmese word for pickle is tanat. Mango pickle is the most prevalent variety. The pickle is made with green, ripe, or dried mangoes cured in vinegar, sugar, salt, chili powder, masala, garlic, fresh chilies, and mustard seeds. Mango pickle is commonly used as a condiment alongside curries and biryani in Burmese cuisine. It is a mainstay ingredient in Burmese cuisine that combines pork belly with the pickle. And they're genius for that. The pork belly and the pickle are a natural combination. In Nepal, achar is commonly eaten with the staple dal bhat tarkari, as well as momo. What is momo? Dumplings! Let's go! As well as momo. Many achar factories in Nepal are women-owned or operated by women. Huh, cool. Women be making pickles. Women be pickling. The Sindh province of modern-day Pakistan is noted for its Shikrapuri and Hyderabadi pickles. Did I get that right? Shikrapuri. Yeah, okay. Shikrapuri and Hyderabadi pickles. Both of these achar varieties are commonly eaten in Pakistan and abroad. Shikrapuri pickles. Shikrapuri pickle is believed to have originated during the 1600s in medieval India. The most popular Shikrapuri achar is a mixed pickle made of carrots, turnips, onion, cauliflower, chickpeas, garlic, green chilies, lime, and mango. Another pickle is made from fragrant manjack fruits. I love the one that's like, it's a mixed pickle made of carrots and turnips and onions and cauliflower and chickpeas and garlic and chimes and green chilies and limes and mangoes. Or manjack. Or fragrant manjack fruits. They don't look particularly pleasant. They look a bit sad and lumpy. I'm sure they taste yummy, though. It's not a pickle anymore, that's a soup. I think you're supposed to pick them. I think you're supposed to, like, use a fork to grab them out of the brine. In Sri Lanka, green ginger, onion, and chilies are salted and flavored with garlic, mustard seed, and vinegar. Other spices and sugar may be added. Either vegetables or fruits, such as the Ceylon olive or the hog plum mention, may be used. Amba is a sweetened mango pickle brought to Baghdad by Iraqi Jewish merchants from Bombay. Hey, we've seen this before. It somewhat resembles a mango chutney and is used across the Middle East. In South Africa and Botswana, Indian pickles are called achar. They are made primarily from unripe mangoes and are sometimes eaten with bread. On Mauritius and Reunion, a local variation is called achar de légumes in French, or zassar légumes in Mauritian Creole. It is prepared with a mixture of vegetables like cabbage, carrots, green beans, chayote, palm heart, and onions. This is spiced with cumin, turmeric, green chilies, red chilies, ginger, garlic, salt, and vinegar. Sounds yummy. Réunion is French. Yeah, that makes sense. Allium shinense. Allium shinense, also known as the Chinese onion, Chinese scallion, glittering chive, Japanese scallion, Kiangsi scallion, and oriental onion, is an edible species of the allium native to China. I mean, I'm assuming we all know about... Why is it not allium chinoise? That's what I was... That's literally what was giving me so much trouble. I was like, I wanted to read it as allium chinoise, but it's not that. It's like the Latin version of that. Isn't the classic one sinensis? Yeah, it was like, this is not a Latinization of Chinese that I am used to. But like, ain't this a grunion? We know the grunion. We love the grunion. The grunion is known. Here's amba. Here's amba again. We've learned a little bit about amba. Amba is a tangy condiment made with mango pickle, popularized by Iraqi Jewish merchants in Bombay who brought it back to Baghdad upon their return. Amba bears a resemblance to chutneys from South Asia. The spicy, sweet, and sour sauce is typically made of pickled green mangoes, vinegar, salt, turmeric, chilies, and fenugreek. Daddy-born Sassoon family of Bombay. Oh, interesting. The spicy, sweet, sour sauce is typically made of pickled green mangoes, vinegar, salt, turmeric, chilies, and fenugreek. It is enjoyed in various Middle Eastern countries as well as Europe and the United States. Surprised they don't have more African pickles? We are 3 entries into the Wikipedia list of pickles, my friend. I am sure we will be taking a trip to the Dark Continent soon. Mangoes being native to South Asia, the name amba seems to have been borrowed via Arabic from the Marathi word, which is in turn derived from the Sanskrit word amra, or mango. The origins of amba, which resembles the variety of South Asian pickle known as am ka achar, can possibly be traced to savory mango chutneys during the 19th century. Jewish merchants from Baghdad, okay. Southern point of Basra, where they began conducting trade with South Asia. These merchants exported such local commodities as dates, Arabian horses, while at the same time, I understand how trade works, yes. The Indian cities of Bombay, Pune, and Kolkata. According to legend, amba was developed by members of one such family, the Sassoons of Bombay, who shipped the mangoes to Basra in barrels of vinegar. In the days before refrigeration, pickling was widely employed as a proven method of preservation of perishables such as vegetables and fruits. From Basra, the mangoes made their way to Baghdad's Jewish market, known as Souk Henouni, and the neighboring Shodra marketplace. Shodra marketplace? What is that? Oh, it's just like a marketplace in Baghdad. Cool. Achar is apparently a big thing in Africa. Well, North Africa. They've mentioned South Africa several times. I assume that Africa more broadly has like a lot of like various pickle variations. It would be weird if all of Africa had like one pickle, you know. It's a very diverse continent. There are different configurations of amba depending on the region. The standard list of ingredients consists of pickled green mangoes, vinegar, salt, turmeric, chilies, and fenugreek. Yep. The Indian variety uses some of these along with mustard seed. The Iraqi version typically adds a combination of boiled turnips, carrots, and potatoes to the mix, along with peaches, zucchini, okra, other than green peppers, coriander seed, and coriander powder. This gives the sauce a chunkier texture, instead of the smoother consistency of other combinations. It's probably more neglect on the author's part. My friends, this is how far we are into the list of pickles. I am sure many of these are from Africa. We must be patient. There is a whole world of African pickles to explore, I am sure. At the moment, we are learning about amba, the Indian Iraqi form of mango pickle chutney. I know my white users are raring to go for Africa, but it's not the 1850s anymore. In addition to its place of origin in India and Iraq, amba is popular in the western part of the Arabian Peninsula, where it is sold in sealed jars by the kilo. It is eaten with bread as part of nawashef, a mixed platter of small plates containing different types of cheese, egg dishes, pickles, ful mudamas, falafel, mutbag, offal, and rice. I fucked up as a white person and brought Kerala mango pickle and ate it whole like a snack. Oh no! That's... yeah, that a classic mistake. A classic mistake. Amba was brought to Israel by Iraqi Jewish immigrants in the 1950s who used it as an accompaniment to their Shabbat morning meal. We don't need to know about that. Apple. Edible fruit. Nawa Chef sounds incredible. I love any meal that sounds like it's a bunch of shit at the same time. It's like a lot of little plates, like tapas. Have you seen applerankings.com? Of course I've seen applerankings.com. An apple is the round edible fruit of the apple tree. An apple is the round edible fruit of an apple tree. Fruit trees of the orchard or domestic apple, the most widely grown of the genus, are cultivated worldwide. I mean, I don't think we need to know about apples. Artichoke, type of vegetable that is a specific species of thistle cultivated for culinary use. I mean, we're here for pickles. Orchard. An orchard. It's not how it's pronounced, no. I was being a little weird. Whoa! Look at the color on these bitches! Yo, these things purple as fuck! I have not gotten that deeply into... Like, there's a lot of great Japanese food around here. I have never seen these. Is this something that any of you are familiar with? This is one of the most purple foods I've ever seen. Asukaze. Literally shadow pickle! Let's go! Is a Japanese pickling method characterized by its short preparation time. The name implies a food pickled in the morning and is ready by the evening. The word asazuke can also refer to the items pickled in this manner. Asazuke is a subcategory of tsukemono, which includes all types of pickles. Literally the shadow of pickles. The Shadow the Hedgehog of pickles. Asazuke became a very popular method of pickling in Japanese households due to its ease of preparation. Well, how do they do that? You can't pickle something for 24 hours. You made daikon asazuke? Was it good? Literally, they have shadow pickle techniques. Yup. All right, I gotta find some fucking asazuke. Because of its short preparation time, asazuke generally lacks the pungency created by other more lengthy pickling methods and retains more of a fresh taste of the vegetable. Commonly used vegetables include daikon, hakusai, cucumbers, or eggplant. Kimuchi, much like the similarly named Korean kimchi, is a cabbage asukaze, but milder. Oh, it's like the kimchi method. Interesting. So it's like... So it's not just a pickle, it's also like a hot pickle, where you like boil the brine. Asazuke is usually prepared by rubbing the cut vegetables with salt and placing them in a sealed... Oh no, I was wrong. Asazuke is usually prepared by rubbing the cut vegetables with salt and placing in a sealed bag or other sealed container along with such items as sliced kombu or chili peppers. Instead of salt, asazuke can also be prepared with vinegar, nuka, or a pickling solution that is sold in stores. Sufficient pickling times range anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours. Interesting. I've had this before. I've had this, like, this pickled celery stuff. They have this at Japanese restaurants sometimes. Yeah, it's a fast pickle. Yeah, it's not boiled. I was wrong about that. But it seems like a significant element of this preparation method is salting. Oh, look at that. What is that? Is that just like... Is that fried dough? What is that? Oh, there's like a pot over here? Are they doing like a hot pot type thing? Fried root, probably? You think? Look at how pink this shit is. Asinan is a pickled, either brined or vinegared vegetable or fruit dish commonly found in Indonesia. Asin, Indonesian for salty, is the process of preserving the ingredients by soaking them in a solution of salty water. Asinan is similar to rujak, which is usually served fresh, while asinan is preserved vegetables or fruits. Of the many types and variations of asinan in Indonesia, the most popular are asinan Betawi and asinan Bogor. Asinan can be found in restaurants and warung, and from traveling street vendors. Topped with yellow... Oh, the yellow thing! We can find out what the yellow thing is. Krupuk. Krepok. Traditional deep-fried crackers made from starch, combined with flavor ingredients. Oh! Interesting. Yeah, it's like a seasoned fried, it's like a seasoned cracker dough that you fry. Real interesting. Real interesting. Asinan Betawi, the vegetable asinan of the Betawi people from Jakarta, is preserved in Chinese cabbage, bean sprouts, tofu, lettuce, served in a thin, hot peanut sauce with vinegar topped with peanuts and krupuk. Asinan Bogor, the fruit asinan of Bogor City, West Java, is preserved in tropical fruits such as mango, water apple, papaya, ambarella, jicama, nutmeg, and pineapple, served in sweet, hot, and sour vinegar and chili sauce and sprinkled with peanuts. That sounds good as fuck. Yeah, prawn cracker likes, as it were. Or as we refer to them, Cajuns. Ingredients of asinan sayur have in common with kimchi. Their main ingredients are cabbage, cucumber, and salt. They both have the cabbage salted, but in kimchi, the salting process takes longer than the process of asinan. Other ingredients include bean sprouts, chili, and terasi. There are two main variants, asinan sayur and asinan buah. Salted vegetables and salted fruits. Okay, makes sense. Asinan sayur is also called asinan Jakarta or asinan Betawi. However, according to Indonesian food expert William Wongso, it doesn't guarantee that the dish is originally from Jakarta. It might be influenced by Chinese, Indian, Arab, Portuguese, or Dutch cuisine. Interesting. That makes me think that it's from a big city. I mean, Jakarta being one of those, yeah. Had to step away from a bit. We're still in Asia. Oh, buddy. You guys want to go on a fucking world tour here? No, we are slow and steady. We have not left A yet. We're going to Achar. We're going to the Philippines, okay? The name achara originated in Indian achar, which was translated to the Philippines via achar of Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei. Awesome. The primary ingredient is grated unripe papaya, carrot slices, julienne ginger, bell pepper, onion, and garlic are other vegetables in the ingredients. Raisins or pineapple chunks may be added, and chilies, freshly ground black pepper, red pepper flakes, or whole peppercorns complete the mixture. Then it is mixed in a solution of vinegar, sugar, syrup, and salt preserves. Interesting. You're grumbling from your quick browsing there's like one African pickle total? What? There has to be more. Okay, if this list only has one African pickle, we will find more African pickles. We'll do some research. You kind of want to make achara? I kind of want to make achara. This shit sounds good. The primary ingredient is grated unripe papaya, carrot slices, julienne ginger, bell pepper, onion, and garlic. That sounds good as fuck. Damn. We will go on an African pickle quest. We will. We will find and appreciate the pickles of Africa. The mixture is placed in airtight jars where it will keep without refrigeration. However, once opened, it is preferably kept chilled to maintain its flavors. Ugh, need a drink. Acharang masim, prepared in the same way as normal achara, except that no sugar is added. Acharang labong, pickled bamboo shoots, are prepared in the same way as achara, but use bamboo shoots instead of papaya. Makes sense. Acharang dampalit, pickled sea purslane made from Civisium, called dumplit in Tagalog. What is that? I have never seen that before. Is a sprawling perennial herb. It grows in coastal and mangrove areas throughout much of the world. It grows in sandy clay, coastal limestone, and sandstone. Oh, it's like a beach plant. Interesting. Hey! There's the thing we were just reading about. Home pickled fish pond weed. Oh. That looks like it has kind of a nasty texture. Kind of like, if you've ever had fucking, what is it, aloe that's been stewed too long and it's like really sloppy and unpleasant, that kind of looks like how that would taste. But I think if you chop that up, put that in a sauce, served it over chicken, that'd be yummy. Morning, Wolf. Acharang ubod, pickled palm hearts made from palm hearts, called ubod in Tagalog. Acharang. Am I saying Tagalog correctly? Put it in a taco? That was my other thought, yeah. Pickled seaside plant tastes good. It looks like it tastes good. My problem is the texture does not look like it would necessarily be great. I am? Okay, excellent. Acharang sayote, pickled coyote, is made from coyote, pepper, carrots, and ginger. Sounds yummy. Beet eggs. Derple! Pickled beet eggs are hard-boiled eggs that are cured in a brine of beets, beet juice, vinegar, sugar, cloves, and other spices. Okay. I'm guessing that this is Russian. This seems like a very Russian thing to do. Pennsylvania Dutch. I see. I mean, it'd be a very sweet hard-boiled egg, wouldn't it? It is purple as fuck. It's interestingly purple as fuck. Beetroot, taproot portion of the beet plant. We've got beetroot. Benishoga, Japanese pickled ginger. I have had this. Quite yummy. You're headed to Central PA in 2 hours. We'll see if you can't find any beet eggs. Benishoga is a type of tsukemono. It is made from thin strips of ginger pickled in umezu, the vinegary pickling solution used to make umeboshi. The red color is traditionally derived from red perilla. Perilla fruit sends. What is that? Let's find out. Oh, shiso. It's a shiso plant. Commercial benishoga often derives its hue from artificial coloring, from false shiso. It is served with many Japanese dishes, including gyudon, okonomiyaki, and yakisoba. Yup. Love benishoga. Not to be confused with gari, or ginger, which is what they have in a lot of sushi places. Betorazuke is a type of pickled daikon popular in Tokyo. A sort of tsukemono, it is made by pickling daikon with sugar, salt, and sake without filtering koji. The name betazakure is taken, further explanation needed, from the stickiness of koji left over from the pickling process. Betarazuke has a crisp, sweet taste. Betarazuke has a similar figure to takuan, but Betarazuke contains a lot of moisture because it doesn't need a sun-drying process. On the night of every 19th of October, in the area around the Takarada Ebisu Shrine, Betara Ichi, literally the Betara Fair, is held to sell the year's freshly pickled Betarazuke. Cool. Why are they being pickled in heaven? We missed it. Betarazuke, like Azuke, but Betar. That's fucking true. Bodhi ko achar. Nepali and Nepalese cuisine. Oh wait, this is just a list of Nepalese dishes. I mean, we've seen this before, right? We've seen the Nepalese like pickled dumplings before, right? Boston Gurkha. Boston Gurkha, Swedish, meaning Boston cucumber, is a type of relish with pickled gherkins, red bell pepper, onion, and spices such as mustard seeds. It is so popular in Sweden that it is considered by some to be a generic term. Despite its name, Boston Gurkha has nothing to do with the city of Boston. Boston Gurkha was invented by the Swedish company Felix based on recipes from Hungary. It was originally invented as a way to use up pieces left over when making pickled gherkins. Today, the name Boston Gurkha is a registered trademark of the Orkla Group. That just looks like pickle relish, right? Like, that's just normal-ass relish. The Branston pickle. Branston pickle is made from a variety of diced vegetables, including swede, carrots, onion, and cauliflower, pickled in a sauce made from vinegar, tomato, apples, and spices. Had to stretch. Branston pickle is sweet and spicy with a chutney-like consistency, containing chunks of vegetables in a thick, brown, sticky sauce. It is commonly served as part of a Plowman's Lunch! Plowman's Lunch mention! On God when the Plowman's Lunch hits. A popular menu item in British pubs. It is frequently combined with cheese in sandwiches, and many sandwich shops in the UK offer a cheese and pickle as an option. It is available in the standard chunky version, a small chunk variety, and a smooth variety that is pureed, which makes it easier to spread on bread. Convenient squeeze bottle packs are amongst the range. Branston also has flavored pickles, including sweet chili and beetroot flavored pickles. Honestly, pickled cheese on a sandwich, that sounds yummy. I'd fuck with it. Let's take another moment to appreciate the Plowman's Lunch. With the switchel. Hey, crumbs.png, welcome to chat. 3 bites of Plowman's Lunch got me tilling those fields at previously unknown speeds. Brined cheese. Brined cheese, also sometimes referred to as pickled cheese for some varieties, is cheese that has matured in brine in an airtight, semi-permeable container. This process gives the cheese good stability, inhibiting bacterial growth even in warmer climates. Brine cheeses may be hard, soft, varying in moisture content and color and flavor according to the types of milk used. However, all are rindless and generally taste clean, salty, acidic when fresh, developing some piquancy when aged. Most are white. Yes, this sounds like a very white dish. Brine is used among the production of other cheeses, notably washed rind cheeses. What is a washed rind cheese? Mold-bearing agents. Hard, soft. Smear ripened. Interesting. Huh. Oh, Limburger. Neat. But the term is reserved for cheeses where maturation takes place when submerged in brine. Okay, what's are there... Oh, halloumi. And feta. Oh, feta's a brine cheese. I didn't know that. Shakshuka is a delightful way to use brine cheeses. I fucking love shakshuka. Well, I love halloumi. Oh, I've had sulguni as well. This shit's good. Fuck, I want some feta now. That sounds yummy. Brinjal. What is this? Oh, eggplant. Yeah, we have already discussed the eggplant. Burong manga, Filipino side dish. Burong manga is a Filipino side dish and concoction made by mixing sugar, salt, and water to make mangoes that have previously been salted. What a weird sentence. Part of why I like doing these streams is seeing like the weird ways that people construct sentences on Wikipedia. Here, let's roll this one back. Burong manga is a Filipino side dish and concoction made by mixing sugar, salt, and water to mangoes that have previously been salted. Like, why not add water to mangoes that have been salted? Like, been salted already implies the previously. It's kind of a superfluous word. The mixture of water and sugar should be boiled and cooled first before pouring it over the salted mangoes. Some variants add chilies to the cooled sugar-water mixture. Original basic burong manga is made using a brine solution and pouring it over halved unripe or partially unripe mangoes. Mango cultivars commonly used for burong manga include carabao mangoes and pico mangoes. What is a pico mango? Oh, I've seen these. And what is a pico mango? Oh, it's just another mango cultivar. Neat. Unsalts your mangoes? Knock that off. Can it be a translated version of something written in another language? I don't think Wikipedia usually does that, no? Cabbage. I mean, pickled cabbage. That's a classic. Caper. Yep. Chamoy. We love chamoy. Chamoy is a variety of savory sauces and condiments in Mexican cuisine made from pickled fruit. Chamoy may range from a liquid to a paste consistency. And typically its flavor is salty, sweet, sour, and spiced with chilies. Mexican chamoy is prepared by first packing the fruit in a brine solution. Occasionally, the brine is acidified with vinegar. This draws out the natural moisture of the fruit by osmosis. When the fruit has been successfully dried, it is separated from the brine and sold as a snack known as saltitos. Saladitos, literally little salty things. Meanwhile, the salted fruit brine created in this process is seasoned to taste with chili powder. That's a weird sentence. Becoming chamoy. What a weird-ass sentence. Meanwhile, the salted fruit brine created in this process is seasoned to taste with chili powder, becoming chamoy. Ending with a preposition in this is very strange. This liquid may be further reduced or thickened with pureed fruit to achieve a variety of consistencies. Because of differences in the type of fruit chosen and the composition of the brining solutions used, chamoy can vary wildly in taste. Many are quite savory and spicy due to the addition of chili powder, and salty due to the brine, depending on whether and how much vinegar was used. They may also vary from sour to sweet. The precise origins of chamoy are uncertain. There are 3 main pathways that have been introduced to Mexico, as well as the origin of the name. All of them ultimately originate from the Chinese li hing mui, or hua mei snacks, made from dried, sour, and salty plums or berries. You know, I never would have made that connection, but you're right. It's like the flavor profiles of chamoy are often very, very Chinese. With like, there's a lot of like China uses like sticky plums for lots of yummy like sweet snacks. And that is very much the vibe that chamoy has. The first origin hypothesis via Filipino immigrants of the Manila galleons, which connected the Philippines to Mexico from 1565 to 1815. Chamoy is probably derived from champoy, also spelled sampoy, rarely spelled as sampoy, of the Philippines. Champoy are made using identical techniques of dried fruits pickled in brine and vinegar. They are often made from locally available Myrica ruba, or from imported plums, prunes, or apricots. The latter are more often known under the separate name kaimoy, or kiamoy, spelled kiamoy in Philippine Spanish. The other origin of the term, chamoy... Oh, no. They're ending with a preposition again. Another possible origin of the term chamoy. Period. They have the same flavor profile as chamoy, a combination of sweet, sour, and salty. They originate from the lihingmui recipes carried by Chinese immigrants, sangle, to the Philippines during the Spanish colonial period. Kiamoy is derived from the Philippine Hokkien Chinese peoji, kiamoy, salted plum, while champoy is derived from the Cantonese Chinese, or Cantonese yale, chanpe mui, dried peel plum, referring to chenpi. What is chenpi? A sun-dried mandarin orange peel. Ah, I see. In modern times, the name is also applied to unrelated Filipino tamarind candy, made from ripe tamarind balls, cooked in a salt and sugar mixture. However, whereas champoy refers to the pickled fruit in the Philippines, in Mexico the term chamoy has evolved to refer to the sauce derived from pickling the fruit, while the fruits themselves are known as saladitos. Really, really interesting. Yet it like shit like this, where it's like three different cultures all referring to the same shit with slightly different words and kind of like what is the word? It's like Romanizing, but when other languages do it. Like they're all stealing each other's terms to refer to vaguely the same things. This is a shit that happens a lot in like religious history studies. The second hypothesis is via 19th century Chinese workers in Hawaii that also carried the tradition of lihingmui with them as salted and dried apricots. In this version, the name chamoy is supposedly derived from the lihingmui, si mui, which is more accurately a catch-all term for dried fruit, especially plums, in Hawaii. Ah! Yeah, because that's one of, like, the Hawaiian language has very few phonemes, but mui is one of them. However, it is unknown how it may have been introduced to Mexico. Since Manila galleons do not pass through Hawaii, the link is tenuous. The third hypothesis is via the Japanese umeboshi. The term chamoy, in this case, was supposedly coined by Takeshi Iwadare, a Japanese immigrant to Mexico who produced umeboshi made with apricot in the 1950s, which he allegedly called chamoy from Chinese, suanme, sour plum, or Vietnamese, chimoy, preserved prune. However, no explanation is given as to why a Japanese immigrant would name his product in Chinese or Vietnamese. Umeboshi preparation is also very different in that it only uses dry salt and does not use vinegar. It seems like the first explanation, where it's just like, it's like the Cantonese and Philippine Chinese immigrants in Mexico. Various versions of Mexican chamoy are sold under different brand names in Mexico and parts of the American Southwest. The thinner, more liquid chamoy is typically bottled and marked. Oh, fuck, I'm yawning. Various versions of Mexican chamoy are sold under different brand names in Mexico. and parts of the American Southwest. The thinner, more liquid chamoy is typically bottled and marketed in a similar fashion to hot sauces. Because of the combination of salt, sweetness, and heat, chamoy is advertised as a condiment for a wide variety of food, ranging from fresh fruit and juices to potato chips and assorted nuts. It is one of the more common ingredients for the street food known as tostilocos. Let's learn about that. Antojito. Or Doritos or tortilla chips with various toppings. Huh. Cool. Yeah, that mango nata looks really fucking good, don't it? Thicker chamoy with a pastier consistency are occasionally sold in small jars, appropriate to use as a dip for vegetables and firmer fruits. These jars are often sold alongside similar popular Mexican candies made from mango, tamarind, and watermelon. These candies are often prepared in the salado y enchalito style as well. I wish I knew what that meant. Chamoy is often used as a flavoring for frozen confections, such as sorbet, raspados, a unique flavor combination that is at once sweet, salty, spicy, and cold. Raspados prepared in this style are often referred to as chamoyada. Paletas are... What are paletas? Let us find. Oh, that's what these things are called! There was a guy who sold these, who would show up at my apartment, like, every week. I didn't know that's what they were called. Are also commonly offered in combination with chamoy. Favorite combination flavors in both raspados and paletas include pineapple, cucumber, lime, mango, orange, and tangerine, tamarind, and watermelon. Chamoy is also sometimes used to flavor Mexican candies. The popular Mexican beer mix michelada is sometimes made with chamoy instead of or in addition to the traditional assorted sauces used. Salado is salted and enchilado means spiced. Okay, prepared in these salted and spiced... Yeah, okay, yeah. But, like... Is that all that means? I'm assuming so, right? Oh, and here's the article for the Filipino version of this. Kiamoy, also spelled kiamoy or kiamoy, in Philippine Spanish as siamoy, is a class of Filipino treats made with dried sour plums, prunes, or apricots preserved in brine or vinegar. They are sold covered in a powdery coating of an anise, sometimes licorice. Oh, interesting. Seems like a much more bitter taste on this. Where was I? Lihing, red powder made from plum seeds, salt, and a sugar mixture called kiamoy powder. Kiam Mui Hun, Hokkien Chinese, salted plum powder. They are characteristically bright red, orange, or light brown in color. They originate from Chinese Filipino immigrants and are derived from the Lihing Mui treats of Chinese cuisine, also called hua mei. The name is derived from Philippine Hokkien Chinese for salted plum. A local variant of kiamoy evolved in the Bicol region of the Philippines is champoy, also spelled in several other ways. Names which can also apply to. It differs from kiamoy in that champoy is made from locally available berries, like Maya rubica. Champoy is also dark red to black in color and has a predominantly sweet and tart profile, in contrast to the saltier flavor profile of kiamoy. In modern times, the term champoy also has come to include the similar tasting sampalok candy, sometimes differentiated as champoy na sampalok, which are sweets made from tamarind balls cooked in sugar and salt. Champoy is derived... Yeah, okay, we know where the terms are derived from. Kiamoy are popular as a street food, usually sold near schools, and are also commonly eaten as a remedy for car sickness. That's cute. Kiamoy can also be infused into alcoholic drinks. Yes, it can, and it is very tasty. Kiamoy powder is also sold separately as an ingredient and can be used as a coating for kiamoy chicken, as a dip for fruits like pomelo, fresh green mango, or pickled green mango. Ugh. Sorry, I'm stretching. I gotta stand up for a sec. Ugh. Oh, we blew right through the... We blew right through the normal break time, didn't we? Having too much fun discussing pickles. Oh, the rain is picking up outside. Did you miss the capers? No, it's just like, is the article for caper. Like, it's not about pickled capers, it's just capers. I was given an avocado harvest yesterday. I think after I'm done here, I'm probably gonna run to the store and make a bunch of fucking guacamole. What do you guys think? Is there anything else I should do with a bunch of fucking avocados? Pickle that thing? Can you pickle guacamole? Or can you pickle fucking avocados? I don't think so. Can make an avocado loaf. Will we be discussing Jimmy Pickles? I don't think he's notable enough to have a Wikipedia article. Avocado pit rosary necklace? That would go kind of hard, honestly. Okay, actually, chat, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. I know a lot of you are also like loser transgender shut-ins, so I will take your advice with a grain of salt, but like part of me wants to get like a prayer bead necklace partially just because I like how they look. But is that too much? Like, there's a lot of people around here. Like, I could wear, like, even though I'm not Catholic, I feel like I could pull off a rosary. I just think prayer beads in general are pretty cool. But also, from a fashion perspective, I am in California, and that's part of my trepidation is that, like, being a person who wears prayer beads around here could give off... It could imply that I'm a little wooier than I want to come off. You will attract Catholics, though. There aren't that many around here. I think there's subtle rosaries, too, right? You end every episode of your podcast saying that God is real. I don't even know why we do that. It's just funny at this point. How goth do you dress on a daily basis? I dress basically new romantic. I look like fucking Adam Ant back in the 80s. Say it's from Silk Song. Yeah, Caths around here, like, don't wear them. That's the other thing. But it's like, is it... My question is prayer beads too much? Like, is a rosary too much? Yeah, neuromantic. Yeah, I wear like Hawaiian shirts open to like the second button on top of like or underneath like gaudy windbreakers and shit. What if the beads are neon? I can send you the guy making your new prayer beads. You should. You would be cool to have like a... You don't think it's too much? All right. All right. I was thinking a nice rose red. That's like... I like the contrast between like a silver cross and like a nice nice like rose carved beads. Yeah, context dependent like anything. Yeah, alright, you've convinced me. What do you think would be too much then? Like, what... Yeah, I can introduce you to my prayer bead plug. Alright. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's like, what would be too much? Because I feel like you totally could go too far with this. What the fuck is this? No, I don't want to be listening to this. Bring me back the Blasphemous soundtrack. Where's Dos Lunas? I want to listen to Dos Lunas. The best song on the soundtrack. There we go. I do like the idea of pagan prayer beads, but I really do feel like I can get kind of skewy. It's a cool idea, but like the cat... I mean, like, you can't do pagan prayer beads. Like, that's... You can call them pagan prayer beads, but, like, come on now. Like, that's, like, a Catholic thing. That's, like, their thing. It's like, I feel like I'm the sort of person who should be wearing a bunch of dangly jewelry, but I just don't have any. What's those beads that old Italian men used to fidget? That's a rosary, right? In Greek, it's komboloi. Komboloi. You sound to me like a big earring type person. I am. Unfortunately, one of my earrings right now is stuck inside my ear, and I don't know how to get it out. So there's just like there's a little like onyx bead stuck in my ear that I can't get out. One of my favorite earrings that I've been wearing recently is just like a little rubber duck. It's not an actual duck, but it's like... It's not gonna get infected, it's just like in there. Like, I wash it and everything. It's made of, like, medical grade, like, tungsten and shit. But it's like, I gotta take it to a fucking piercing shop. Is it a screw-in backing? Okay, it's screw-in, but it's fucking, like, the threading is just stuck. Like, I can't unscrew it. The bead holding it in won't come out. It's a medical grade basalt. Yeah, I have a columnar basalt pillar stuck through one of my earlobes. It's not even I don't even think it's stripped. I think it's like fused in or something. But yeah, it's like, I need to wear bigger dangly earrings and whatnot. I do feel like I should wear more dangly jewelry, but I don't have any. I should get some. My friend, who is significantly more into fashion and is significantly better dressed than I am, described my personal style as a mixture of flair and comfort, and I think that's true. I think I'm broadly, I think I'm broadly zeroing in on a personal style. There is a degree to which I want to dress with esoteric themes, but I feel like it might be a bit gauche if done incorrectly, you know? I don't want to look like a cult leader. I don't want to give off that vibe. Like, if I'm gonna get big ostentatious jewelry, I'd rather have it not be religious. Cult of the Hog? What's going on? Go for deep cut esoteric accessories? That's my thought, right? I also just like weird shit. Like, my favorite earrings right now are just little duckies. They're very cute. They're just little acrylic ducks. They remind me of one of my partners who really likes ducks. Also, my fingers are weird, so I can't wear rings. Like, there's so many cool rings that I could wear, but I have crooked evil witch fingers. And nothing fits me properly. Like, nothing, like, my fingers are really skinny, and my knuckles are really knobbly and gnarled. Like an evil lich. It's literally witch fingers. I have witch fingers. Assigned witch at my hands. I'm honestly just vamping. I don't really want to read more. I think we've read enough pickles for now, and I'm just having fun talking. I'm still kind of recovering from several days of poor sleep, poor cat-induced sleep. And endurance reading is not. Endurance reading was nice, but I need to go do other stuff. Why is she like that? Well, she used to be a stray, so someone mentioned that it's probably like food anxiety. You know, it's like she wakes up and she's just like, I need food immediately or I'll get scared. And I'm like, okay, I'm the only one that can actually give you food, so I guess I'm responsible for this. But like, why now? I think she's learned that she can wake me up to receive food, so what I've been doing is... This did seem to work last night. I set out some dry kibble for her the previous night so that if she does get really hungry in the morning, she has something she can eat before breakfast. It doesn't require me. Because, like, her slop gets eaten in the front room, but I have a little feed her back here for her for snacks and whatnot. I'm not usually a very ostentatious person. I usually dress in, like, all the flair in my fashion choices comes from, like, patterns and fabrics. I wear a lot of, like, paisleys and whatnot. I need to find... It's like... Estrogen has been fucking crazy, and I have, like, a waist now, so I'm looking into getting some high-waisted pants. Ample or tight clothing. See, this has been on my radar, right? It's like, I have more of an incentive to show off my legs and ass now, but I really like wearing big billowy jackets, right? I think there's a fun combination between the two, and I look pretty good in, like, billowy pirate shirt type garments, which is why I wear a lot of oversized button-ups that are open, like, to 3 buttons or something. It's a very similar genus of fashion choices. Yeah, like a Kim Kitsuragi style silhouette, exactly. Big billow jacket with a butt cut out. Yeah, with one of those like clear fabric windows and chaps. Man, what are you doing? I also got some good cowboy boots recently. but I don't have pants that can fit them. I need some like boot jeans. I need some boot cut jeans. But it's so fucking hard to find decent pants these days. At this point, it's like at this point it's like easier to buy literally 50-year-old like linen jeans or linen pants or something than it is to like purchase new pants. Also, a lot of the vintage clothing resellers are like located in China, and they got like hit by the fucking tariffs. If those are still on, I don't even think it matters at this point. Like, the market is so chilled. I don't know how much pain getting on hormones is if you're NB. It wasn't hard for me, actually. Like, I just went to my local LGBT clinic and I was like, I would like to make an appointment to get hormones. And they were like, okay, we have a doctor who works here. And they were like, here, you can have some. What are your goals for transition? And I said, and they were like, okay, here you go. California moment? A little bit, yeah. It's like, if whatever the biggest city near you, if it has an LGBT clinic, just ask, like, it's also something that can be done over telehealth. Been looking for a big sturdy skirt that's not been going your way. It's just so hard to find clothes these days. I think I talked about this last stream, but I, like an idiot, bought fucking clothing off of Amazon. None of it fit. Fucking stupid as hell of me to do that. Although there's a fucking thrift store opening literally across the street from my house. I am so excited. I'm getting a fucking Sabres. And that's the good one around here, too. Sabres is dope. It's not like Goodwill or Salvation Army. Like, they always have good shit. You're so envious in Italy, you need the NHS to agree. In California is particularly good about it. Like, it depends. If you're in the States, it depends which state you're in. You're getting a Sabre? No, a Savers. It's a store. OPSEC CT. There are Sabres everywhere. Relax. I'm also moving soon. God, there was a Savers by my old apartment, and that place was so good because it was in a part of in a part of LA that was kind of 45 minutes from every highway, so no one really went to that part of town. But it was also an old retiree area, so it constantly had really good, high-quality shit. Oh yeah, Church Shops. That's also a good one. Also, shout out to estate sales. Someone died in my neighborhood, like, yesterday and had an estate sale. We went there. Didn't have much going on there. Flea markets are solid. Flea markets can be hit or miss, in my opinion. It's like, yeah, you might get some good jeans, but you can also, like, I don't know. It's like, does anybody want, like, a $15 acrylic, like, earrings that someone made in their basement and it has, like, Hello Kitty on them? You got a World War II era greatcoat for like £7? That's pretty badass. It's been a while since I've been to an actual flea market. I don't know what the situation is there. My old roommate got a tattoo at a flea market. Like, the guy was tattooing her and got up in the middle of the tattoo and left to go get Wendy's and then came back. Got a leather long coat. I've tried to wear long coats before. They look fucking... Like, I do not look good in long coats. I always... Like, it always gives me a little bit of a school shooter vibe. I need to wear wide coats that make my shoulders look even wider than they are now. I need puffer jackets that make me look wide as fuck. I need to dress like Biggie Smalls. It's also like, I live in Southern California. It's not like, you never need a greatcoat around here. It's too hot. It's like you need a greatcoat for like a week of every year when the rainy season happens and there's like just rainstorms all the time. You need to get some military stuff so you can steal valor. One of my friends wore a fucking, like a Vietnam veterans pants that he cut into like slutty boy shorts. Yeah, military boots can be good as fuck. You gotta kind of modify them sometimes. A friend recently told me I was wearing a Peterson and Findus outfit. I don't know what that means. Yeah, at least military boots will last you a while. But also, it's like it depends on the combat boots, you know? I got a pair of Doc Martens that have been lasting me pretty good. Yeah, military surplus boots and jackets are what the OG punks were wearing. That is true. And suspenders. People don't know that about punk history, but it was like a big thing in like 80s punk circles is wearing suspenders because a lot of them like worked at factories and shit. Bomber jackets are badass. Like, finding a good-looking bomber jacket, like, that's a real find. There was a thing in French punk circles for a while of wearing bomber jackets inside out, like wearing leather jackets inside out so the like red lining was on the outside. The idea being that you'd beat up a neo-Nazi and then you'd take their jacket and wear it inside out. It is cool. It is very badass. I think I have a shitty pleather jacket in my closet I gotta get fucking rid of. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been fun. I think next week we will continue with our pickle adventure. How does that sound? In the meantime, though, hey, if you've enjoyed the stream, consider throwing me some money on Patreon, throwing me a subscription. Absolutely no pressure. I know money is tight for a lot of people right now, but this is my main source of income. If you want to support me, I would appreciate it greatly. And hey, if you're not in the Discord, you can use Command Discord to check that shit out. Join us up. Hang out a little bit. Post images. But I think I'm going to see you next time, my friends. Join us next week for more pickles. Bye!